Long before the world had clear borders or written laws, humans and dragons shared the same sky and land, but not the same destiny. Dragons were ancient, born of fire and stone, creatures who remembered the shaping of mountains and the first storms. Humans were young, fragile, but endlessly ambitious. At first, they stayed out of each other's way. Dragons ruled the high peaks and deep volcanic valleys, while humans built their villages near rivers and plains. Fear kept the peace. That peace broke when humans discovered that dragon fire could melt the hardest metals in that dragon. Scales were nearly unbreakable. Kings and warlords began to dream of weapons, armor, and power beyond imagination. A single human raid on a sleeping dragon meant to steal scales ended in disaster. The dragon awoke in rage and burned an entire city in one night. Smoke darkened the sky for days. From that moment, fear turned into hatred on both sides. Humans united for the first time not under faith or crown, but under survival. Blacksmiths forged massive ballistae, alchemists created fire-resistant shields, and armies trained not to fight men but monsters of the sky. At the same time, the dragons gathered in ancient councils, something they had not done in centuries. They saw humans not as frightened creatures anymore, but as a growing threat, clever, multiplying, and fearless. The war began with fire raining from the heavens. Dragons struck human capitals, burning castles, fields, and armies from above. The ground itself seemed to scream as flames swallowed forests and rivers boiled, but humans adapted quickly. They learned dragon flight patterns, built hidden cities underground, and developed weapons that could pierce dragon wings. For the first time in history, dragons fell from the sky, crashing like burning stars into the earth. Battles became brutal and relentless. Humans lost millions, entire bloodlines erased in moments. Dragons, once thought immortal, were hunted, trapped, and slain. The skies that were once ruled by thunderous wings grew quieter. Young dragons died before learning to fly. Ancient dragons, wounded and tired, realized something terrifying. They could lose. The final clash came at a place later called the Ashen Plains. Humans gathered their largest army, knowing this would decide everything. Dragons arrived from every remaining corner of the world. The battle lasted days. Fire met steel, magic met willpower. The land turned to glass under dragon fire, while the sky filled with smoke and falling bodies. By the end, the plains were silent, covered in ash, broken weapons, and the bodies of both species. No side truly won. Humans survived, but at a terrible cost. Dragons were nearly wiped out, their numbers reduced to legends and whispers. The surviving dragons fled to the far edges of the world, swearing never to trust humans again.